Most people think you need a gym, a barbell, or at least some dumbbells to build real muscle. Truth is, your body alone is enough. If you use the right movements, the ones that recruit multiple muscles at once and force you to control your body through full ranges, you can create serious growth without touching a single machine. Today, I'll walk you through 6 beginner-friendly exercises you can do anywhere, all designed to help you build real muscle. Stick around until the finish, because I bet the last exercise is something you've never done before. But first, let's start with bodyweight squats. Squats hit every major muscle in your lower body, your quads, glutes, hamstrings, calves, and even your core. And while you don't have a barbell on your back, that doesn't mean they can't build muscle. The trick is all in how you perform them. Research has shown that when you slow the movement down and keep the muscles under tension longer, you stimulate more muscle protein synthesis compared to rushing through reps. In other words, speed kills your gains, but control builds them. For beginners, you need about 20 to 30 slow squats a day to build endurance and sculpt your thighs in about 2 weeks. Take 3 or 4 seconds on the way down, pause for a beat, and then drive back up. That's enough to start building strength without equipment. If you want to level it up, here's the trick. Add a 5-second hold at the bottom of every rep. That pause loads your quads and glutes in the toughest part of the lift and forces them to adapt. Or finish your set by holding a static squat for as long as you can. That finisher sets your legs on fire and makes your muscles work harder than you thought possible. If squats are the foundation, lunges are the upgrade, and that's what we'll talk about next. Lunges work your quads well, but they target your glutes better than back squats, according to all the research I've read. Besides, they challenge your balance in a way squats never do. Every step forward forces each leg to work independently, and that's what makes them such a powerful tool for beginners. Studies on unilateral training show that single leg exercises like lunges can help fix left to right strength imbalances and can even produce greater strength over time. That's a big deal because most people are stronger on one side, and traditional 2-legged moves just let the dominant leg take over. For beginners, I recommend you to start with 10 or 20 lunges per leg, nice and controlled. Don't rush though, lower slowly, touch the back knee lightly to the ground, and then drive back up through the front heel. That heel drive is key because it activates your glutes and prevents your knee from caving in. Once that feels easy, add a 1-second pause at the bottom of each rep or do pyramid sets. I mean 10 reps followed by a 10-second hold, then 8 reps followed by an 8-second hold, and finally 5 reps followed by a 5-second hold. And that will be just one set. By the time you finish, your legs will be shaking, and that's when you know you're building real strength. Now, let's move to another compound movement, but this time for the upper body. Push-ups are the simplest way to build upper body muscle without equipment, and they hit far more than just your chest. Every rep also works your shoulders, triceps, and core together with your chest, making it one of the best total body moves you can do on the floor. What makes push-ups so effective is how scalable they are. Beginners can start with knee push-ups or incline push-ups against a chair. More advanced lifters can slow down the tempo, pause at the bottom, or even lift their feet to load the shoulders and chest even more. And research backs this up. Studies have shown that progressive push-up variations can build strength and muscle comparable to bench pressing, as long as the sets are taken close to fatigue. If you're starting out, aim for 3 sets of 8 to 12 slow, clean reps with your hands elevated on a desk. Keep your body in a straight line from head to heels, brace your core, and lower until your chest is just above the floor. Then drive back up explosively. But the real growth trick is to add a 1-second pause at the bottom of each rep. That pause forces your chest and triceps to fire harder, instead of bouncing out of the movement. And if you really want to test yourself at the end, drop into a static hold just above the ground and stay there as long as you can. That burn in your chest and arms is the signal that your muscles are being pushed to adapt. Next, let's move on to glute bridges. Now, I'll be the first to admit that glute bridges look simple, but they're one of the best ways to build stronger hips and protect your lower back. Every rep targets the glutes, hamstrings, and lower back stabilizers, while also teaching you how to brace your core and drive power through your hips. For beginners, this is essential. If you're like most people, you spend your day sitting 10 to 12 hours per day or more, which leaves your glutes weak and your lower back doing all the work. Instead, bridges teach your body to use those glutes the way they're meant to, as the main engine of lower body strength. Here's how to do it right. Lie on your back with your feet flat and knees bent. Drive through your heels to lift your hips until your body forms a straight line from shoulders to knees. Squeeze your glutes hard at the top, then lower under control. If you're just starting out, do 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps, focusing on that squeeze. To level it up, add a 3-second hold at the top of every rep. And if you want to make it even harder, studies show that single leg bridges activate your glutes the most, especially if you're wearing a band. Now let's torch your core a bit more. Lunges, squats, and push-ups all target those abs and lower back, but now we're focusing on our deep abdominal muscles with the dead bugs. These are the muscles that keep your spine braced when you lift, twist, or carry anything heavy. Just like the glute bridges, dead bugs don't look like much, but the challenge isn't in the movement itself. It's in keeping your lower back flat against the floor while your arms and legs move. That's what forces your abs to do their job as stabilizers. In fact, research shows that core stability drills like dead bugs are better for endurance and even strength compared to traditional ab crunches. For beginners, start with 3 sets of 10 reps per side. As I keep reminding you, the key is slow, smooth movement. If your back arches off the floor, you're doing too much too soon. And if you're looking for an easy way to progress, just make the lever longer so you can begin with bent knees. But once that feels easy, straighten your legs fully. Suddenly the lever arm is longer, the torque on your core is higher, and your abs have to fight much harder to stay locked in. Another option when this exercise becomes easy is to hold a light object like a water bottle or pillow in your hands and press it upward as your legs move. That extra resistance makes your core fire from both ends. Now, let's move to the exercise I've hyped up in the intro. I'm curious if you already knew it, so feel free to let me know in the comments. I'm talking about towel pull-ups, which are also known as floor lat pulls. Most beginner bodyweight routines forget about the back, but ignoring it is a big mistake. Strong lats and traps make you look buff, but more importantly, they strengthen your shoulders and improve posture. The problem is, without a pull-up bar, most people assume you can't train them. That's where towel pull-ups or floor lat pulls come in. Here's how it works. Lie face down with your arms extended overhead, holding a towel tight between your hands. From there, pull the towel down in a wide arc toward your chest, just like you would in a lat pull down. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, then slowly extend your arms back overhead. As long as you pull with intent and control, your back doesn't know whether it's resisting a cable stack or your own arms. For beginners, start with 3 sets of 10 slow reps, really focusing on squeezing the upper back at the bottom of the pull. To make it harder, try lifting your chest slightly off the floor during the movement to engage the spinal erectors and make the contraction even stronger. Another progression is to pulse the last few reps, moving just the last few inches of the range while holding tension in the lats. Now that we've seen what the best no-equipment muscle building exercises are, here's how you can combine them into a full workout. My rule is simple. Start with the hardest compound moves while you're fresh, then move to the easier ones. And in bodyweight training, that means legs first. My advice is to begin with lunges because they're a unilateral move. They demand balance, coordination, and single leg strength, so you don't want to hit them when you're already tired. Do 3 sets of 10 reps per leg, lowering under control and pushing back hard through the heel. Or you can try that killer pyramid set I've been telling you about earlier. Right after that, drop into bodyweight squats. Aim for 20 to 30 slow tempo reps, taking 3 to 4 seconds on the way down, then exploding back up. Finish your last set with a static hold at the bottom until your legs give out. That combo alone, lunges into squats, is a killer for quads and glutes. Once your legs are done, move to the upper body. Start with push-ups, 3 sets of 10, clean and controlled. If regular push-ups are tough, use the knee or incline variation. Then flip over for towel pull-ups on the floor. 3 sets of 10 will torch your traps and lats if you pull the towel down toward your chest and squeeze your shoulder blades hard. After that, it's time to isolate the glutes with bridges. Do 3 sets of 15 reps, driving through your heels and locking your hips at the top. This reinforces everything you did earlier with squats and lunges. And finally, finish with core stability. Do 3 sets of dead bugs, around 10 reps per side. Keep your lower back glued to the floor and extend the opposite arm and leg smoothly. Put this together and you've got a full body routine that hits every major muscle group in under 30 minutes. Do it 3 times a week, say Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and you'll start noticing real changes in strength and muscle within weeks. So that's it from me. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these no equipment exercises are you already doing, and which one are you gonna try first? Drop your answer in the comments. I'll be checking and replying. And if this video helped, hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps small creators like me, and I appreciate it more than you know. Thanks for sticking around.